In today's world, it's simple. If you cannot manage money, money will become a burden for you for the rest of your life. So today, I will be focusing on defining what is financial literacy and what are some of the steps you can take to understand and improve your financial literacy skills. I will be covering debt, savings, and building wealth. This topic is of the utmost importance to me because I believe my generation, before and after, as well, have problem understanding financial literacy, understanding money markets, currency markets, long-term investments, retirement, debt, everything. And I believe it's a topic that we need to cover on a daily basis with a lot of people. I'm an undergraduate student majoring in business, so this topic is of great interest to me. Most of my readings have to do with money markets, long-term investments, and currency markets. I truly believe that becoming financial literacy is something that will benefit your life in the short, medium, and long term. I will start off by explaining what debt is briefly. Debt is briefly explained as a borrower, in this case money, from a lender is in contract indebted to this person for money. Uh, there's a key difference between understanding what is good debt and bad debt. Um, According to Robert Kiyosaki, one of my favorite authors, from a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he quotes, my debt is used to invest in assets. My bad debt is used for stuff I really do not need on the medium or long term. Okay, so moving forward, I'm going to talk briefly about what are savings. Savings come along with something that I like to quote is in budgeting. So understanding what budgeting is, just practicing the skill of keeping your expenses to what you really need in your life, not going out and buying extravagant things, keeping your budget for your bills, for your groceries, for your necessities. After your budgeting is done, you can go into saving money. Saving money can be put into different savings accounts, different investments. This is a skill that needs to become a habit on a weekly basis or a bi-monthly basis or a monthly basis. This is the second step into understanding how you can later on go and create wealth. There's a book that I like to read a couple of times. It's called The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. And there's a quote in his book that says, people that invest create money for themselves. And this is simply in terms that the investment you make is money you're creating for your future. And so now that I mentioned what sort of briefly debt is and how you can jump from debt to budgeting and saving money, we need to understand how you can build wealth for the long term. So when dealing with money on the long term, you need to think anywhere from 5, 10, 15, and 20 years. Anything from mutual funds, IRA investments, real estate, any businesses you're investing in. Those are long-term investments. These are the long-term investments that are going to create money for you in the future, not anywhere from here to 6 months or a few couple of weeks. There's another author that I like to listen to and read about. His name's David Ramsey, and from one of his books back in 2002, he said, quote, "You must gain control over your money, or the lack of it will forever control you." So once we conclude in understanding what debt is, and after you control your debt, you can go into budgeting your expenses to not to go back into debt, and then you can start saving some money on the side so you can create that and put that into investments that will be there for the long term. We can understand the 3 basic rules for financial literacy. After this, obviously, there's a whole complex world in understanding how money works. But these 3 basic things are essential and key to what a lot of experts try to push people towards. Getting out of debt, saving money, and investing your money. So just remember how important financial literacy is, and try to follow these 3 steps to improve your money managing skills, and you should see an improvement very, very, very quickly. As I complete my speech, I hope that everybody gets from this that you can improve your financial skills by doing these 3 steps, and I believe you should persuade other people to do the same, as this habit and this skill will benefit you, your family, in the medium and long term. Thank you.